hello everyone. I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and this is Creating an Inspired Life. I'm very happy to be here with you today, and I have a great show planned. I'm a medium as well as a spiritual life coach, and as a medium and a life coach, I help people live their best life. I bring in spirit if they need that, or we come up with steps, action steps, so that they can move forward in their lives. And on this show, I always do a little coaching tip at the beginning, and then I take a couple callers. Now, this show is particularly special because it's my 50th show with A1R Psychic Radio, and that's very exciting. And when I first started, who would have thought? And here we are, and I just am so happy to be here because this is a great place to be. And in celebration, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a special thing tonight where you can have a chance to win a free reading, or another person can also win my card deck and CD, and I'll show you what they are. I have a CD, Guided Meditations for Self-Realization, and a card deck, which is Practical Steps to Self-Realization. So one person is going to win a free reading, and one person is going to win those two things. And it's rather exciting. So what you want to do is, after the show, because you need to listen and watch first, or else you won't be able to participate. You won't know what I'm talking about. You need to go to my Facebook page, Medium Coach Colleen Vanderzyden, okay? Medium Coach Colleen Vanderzyden. You need to go there and answer the question that I have posted there. There's a question there. You can answer it, and you'll have to listen to my coaching tip tonight so you know what I'm talking about. And I'll randomly pick two people, one for the reading and one for the card deck and CD. If you're watching the video after the show is over, not live, you have until next Thursday, March 30th, to answer the question. If you're watching live, you have until next week too, but you might forget to do it. So I would just do it right away, right after the show. Just answer the question. There is no right or wrong answer here. You just answer it. It'll be so much fun. We need to have some fun going on here, don't you think? I think so. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to talk about the coaching tip for tonight. This is the part you need to be listening to for sure, okay? The topic tonight is, what's your superpower? Okay? Now, everyone has some kind of power that is special, that's unique, that makes a positive impact on yourself and the people around you. I call it super because it can be magical. It can be transforming. And only you can express that power in the way you do. No one else can do it. You're the one that's creating these positive effects from this power you have. Other people can have a similar power, but it's the way you express it that makes a difference. And I know you're probably thinking, what is she talking about? What is this about? And super, I call it super because it's special, it's unique, it's positive, empowering, and rewarding. Some people out there don't believe that they have something that's super, a superpower. They don't realize they have something special. Now, the special power that you have is not comparing yourself to other people. It's not making yourself superior or anything like that. It's a special thing that's just yours and yours alone. It's unique because only you can express it in the way that you need to express it. It's positive because it's uplifting. It's important. It's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing. It's empowering because it brings your strength, your inner strength to yourself, and you're sharing it with other people, and you're empowering them as well. And it's rewarding because it helps you and them live a really good life and uplifting that way. Now, since this is a unique power, I can't tell you what yours is, but I can come up with some ideas that might help you figure out what it is. And the first idea is, what are you good at? What are you so good at naturally that you might not even know you're good at it? You may not realize it's special. You may not realize you have this attribute about you that is special. And for example, some examples, I have a friend who's very generous with her time and her money. Another friend is very nurturing with her family and everyone around her, anybody she happens to meet. So their special powers are, the first one is generous, and the second one is nurturing. There's so many different ones you can have. You can be empathetic. you can really feel somebody else's energy. You can feel how they're feeling, and you work hard to try to make them feel better. You may be passionate about animals and taking care of animals and saving animals. That may be your passion. You may have a really good work ethic. You work very hard because you feel that that's very responsible of you, and you like to do that. By doing that, you're showing other people how to do it. You see the point here, how it's happening? With the teaching, if somebody wants to be a teacher or they're guiding other people, they like to explain things in small steps to help other people have success. Maybe you're kind. You're always trying to help somebody. You see somebody having a bad day and you go out of your way to be kind to them and show them that people do care about them. Maybe you're funny and your sense of humor raises people up with the laughter. Okay, these are the powers I'm talking about, these attributes, these qualities that may seem normal, but they're not. They're special because only you can express them the way you express them. You're the only one that can get that out there to help yourself and other people. These small, simple things are the most profound. They make a huge difference. So that's why I'm calling them superpowers. I had a student teacher once who pushed the kids a lot. She would criticize them, and invariably, the kids would end up crying. She would push them, not explain things well. The kids felt upset. The student teacher wasn't very tactful. And the kids felt upset and felt that she didn't like them, didn't care about them. And as I was talking to her, I was trying to explain to her how to go about having a better relationship with the students. And I was talking to her, what is she doing? What is she saying? And then finally I said to her, well, don't you read them? And she looked at me and she didn't know what that meant, that to read them. And it was one of those light bulb moments that you get in your life where I had been doing this so naturally, just reading my students, picking up on their energies, knowing how they were feeling. I wasn't reading them psychically or mediumshiply. I was reading them more emotionally. So I could see what they were feeling. So because I could feel that and I knew what they were doing, I was using it to make my teaching better. I could see how much I could push them. I could see what I could say to them. And I could individualize my teaching. And, this one I could say this to, that one I couldn't say that to. And so it was such, excuse me, it was such a natural, obvious part of me. I didn't realize it wasn't normal until she said she had no idea what I was saying. So that was an eye-opener for me. Another way you can figure out your superpower is to think of somebody you admire. It could be a celebrity, an influential person. It could be your mother. It could be a friend. It could be a teacher. It could be anything. Think about anyone that you really admire, and just think about it for a second here. Now, why is it you admire them? What is it that they have that you admire? What quality is it that they have? They could be loyal, loving. They could be wise, clever, intuitive. What is it that gets you where you think that's why you admire that person? So you need to think about it. It only takes a minute or two, but think about that. Because those qualities that you admire in someone else are actually qualities you have within yourself. You may not recognize it, but you have them there. For a long time, I really admired the author and teacher, Debbie Ford. I followed her, take some workshops from her and everything. And she, for me, I admired her because she's very inspirational and very insightful. And when I did this exercise where you look at somebody that you admire and figure out what qualities there are that you like, I knew that's what I liked, but I couldn't see that it related to me. I couldn't see that at all. I was like, no, I can't be like her at all. Until one day, I got a letter from someone who told me she was so grateful and was thanking me for the inspiration I had given her and the insight that I had given her for her life as well, telling her my thoughts on how her life was going. And she sent me this letter, this thank you note. And again, another light bulb moment where I just was like, what? This is craziness, really? And at that moment, I realized I had been very inspirational with her and that I was inspirational and insightful. But I didn't recognize it because I thought I had to be the same way Debbie Ford was. I had to be inspirational the way she was. But it doesn't work that way. I have to do it my way. And my way is the only way it's going to work. So that was really wonderful to recognize this. So when you see these qualities in another person, someone you admire, can you see them in yourself, or do you deny them? Do you think that you're not as good as the other person? You can't do it the same way. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to do it your own way. That's the way it goes. What you want to do is look at those qualities within yourself, because those are your superpowers, and you want to accept them. You want them to be a part of your life, because that part of you is making a profound difference in your life and in other people's lives. You may not think you're affecting other people positively, but you are, because every single one of us has at least one superpower. You may have more than that. Every single one of us has it, and we're the ones making the difference in our own lives and in other people's lives. And what you want to do is just accept it, embrace it, let it be, and that's a part of you. And that is my coaching tip today. So what you want to do now is you want to go to my Facebook page, Medium Coach Colleen Vanderzyden, and tell me what your superpower is. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything. I'm not judging you. You write whatever your superpower is. You're good at tying your shoes, you write that down. That's fine. But I'm looking for qualities, that kind of thing. Okay? And if you're watching this live, I would do it tonight. If you're watching it on archive or listening to it on archive sometime in the next week or so, you want to answer the question before March 30th so that you can be in, because I want to tell people who won next week. So I'm giving out a free reading, and I'm also giving out card deck and CD. Okay, got that? Okay, now if you want to reach me further, you can also reach me on my website, psychicmediumcolleen.com. Okay, here we're going to go on now to our callers, and I hope to be hearing from you people. And so here we are. Our first caller is Tabitha from Canada. Tabitha, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great, great. Are you looking for something in particular tonight?
Basically, I have been single now a year and a half since I left my husband. I was just wondering if I will find a soulmate and a significant other to spend my life with, as it's been a struggle with the dating scene.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I went through that for years. It was a horrible situation. But, it can be very draining. But interestingly, though, when I touch in with your energy, I feel, I have to say, I feel quite empowered. I feel as though you have reclaimed yourself. You've gotten back to yourself and who you are and what you like. It's as though you have recognized what you've been wanting and what is important to you. You just feel so full of strength right now to me. I really like it. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's taken a lot of work.
Yes, I bet it has, because we fall into relationships with partners and other people, and sometimes we end up suppressing ourselves, and we don't even recognize that we've done that. And you have stepped into your power greatly. And, okay, I like to touch in with somebody on the other side, and I don't know why I can't talk right now, but somebody's coming in from the other side. And, okay, you've got a couple people here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with. Hold on 2 seconds here. Okay, I'm going to go with the gentleman. There's a man coming in from the other side, and I have to say I really like him. I feel such a good sense of humor. I feel somebody who's very protective. He looks to me as though he passes too soon. I would have liked him to have lived a little bit older than he did, and by that I mean it looks like he's in his 60s, okay, as he comes in. And he tells me, okay, one more thing. Okay, he's talking about, I am getting some heart issue in here as well, and a little bit in the throat area. But he's telling me you have really... He's so proud of you, number one. He's so proud of you. And he's talking about how you have stepped into that power. And he's also talking about taking your time finding someone else. He says, he's giving me the impression he wants you to not be too concerned about it. He wants you to have fun, meet people, have a good time, that kind of thing, but not to be attached to it. not to be attached to that you've got to find somebody or all of that. He recognizes that it'd be nice for you to have someone there and you would like to be in a relationship again, but he gives me the impression it's not quite time yet. It doesn't feel long, okay? It feels like a 6 months to a year where things are going to shift for you. In the meantime, he's really wanting you to just keep doing your own thing. You know, keep with the change.
My dad.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like him. He's just a wonderful person. I feel myself. I feel such a sense of protection, support, guidance. You know, everything you'd want in a father or anyone else for that matter. You know, I feel that with him, and he wants you to take your time. He wants you to just have fun. He's talking about redecorating, moving things around, and all of that. I feel like you've been kind of putting things in different places and over here, and then, well, maybe I'll put it over here, and just doing whatever you want to do. And it's really nice. Yeah, okay. He does tell me, too, that you're going to really enjoy this time of being alone, of not having someone there. Okay, he's not saying it's going to be a bad thing or anything like that if you find somebody, okay? But it's more that this is such a time of you, just you. You know, you get up when you want, you go to bed when you want, you talk to people when you want, you do what you want. And I know you've been doing it for a while and you've really gotten into that. And he wants you to keep doing that. He says, since he knows you really do want to know what's going on down the line, I do see someone coming in for you. And there is something to be said for this time of waiting while you're waiting for this right person to come, because the timing is not right yet. Okay. So take your time. Okay. 6 months to a year. It feels like things are shifted totally by the end of that year. So in the meantime, just have fun. Don't worry about it. He's telling me how much he loves you. So I want to make sure I say that and how proud he is of you. Okay. Yes.
So does he, do you see what this gentleman looks like? What I should, what am I looking for?
You know what you're looking for? From what your father's telling me, you're looking for someone who has a strong personality and in a positive way. Somebody who's positive, optimistic, okay? Quite confident in the work area, truly knows what he's doing. Everything's good there. And is someone who also pays attention and listens. There's a little sensitivity in here where he recognizes what people are feeling, what's going on inside them, and he takes that into consideration. He does have a tendency to overwork, get too stressed out with work at times, but it's only a tendency and it only happens occasionally. He's not a workaholic, okay? So you're looking for somebody who's a lot like you, but confident. Not that you're not confident. That sounded wrong. Don't take that the wrong way. I said it wrong. Yeah. But he's confident and he's a good guy, but the timing isn't right just yet, okay? So I don't want to describe him because how I see him may not be how he appears. So I don't want to send you down the wrong path, okay? But you'll know by the feeling. You'll know.
Marriage material?
Yes.
And children?
Okay. Yes. That will be good. So don't sit there. I don't want you, worrying about it, and I don't want you thinking about it. I want you just letting things evolve, okay?
Because there will be children in marriage again?
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. And your father's going to take care of it. So, you really don't have to worry about it. He's going to bring the right one to you. Okay. I better let you go so I can move on to my next caller. So, you have fun. This is going to be fun. I want to talk to you in like a year. You'll have to remind me this, but then talk to me. I want to find out how it goes.
Okay.
Okay. Nice talking to you tonight, Tabitha. I'll try that again. Tabitha, sorry. Wow. That was Tabitha from Canada, and I don't know why I can't talk. I don't know what's going on. It's hilarious. So we're moving on to Michelle in Ireland. Michelle, how are you?
I'm fine, Colleen. How are you?
I'm really well. Are you looking for anything in particular tonight?
Well, basically, my love life. I've spent 18 years on my own. My daughter is 18.
Okay. Yes, I'm feeling like you've had some relationships that really just didn't quite cut it. They just didn't work out. I feel like the beginning of relationships, and then they just kind of just doesn't work. You're not finding the right one coming in. I do have a woman who's coming in who does want to talk to you from the other side. And when she comes in, I am getting a bit of stuff going on in the chest area and stuff, some breathing issues. I am also feeling some mouth stuff. I'm wondering if she was coming in earlier and was affecting my speaking. As she comes in, she feels very close to you. She feels very maternal. So I'm not sure if we've got a mother or grandmother, but she's got that vibe about her, somebody who takes care of people. She tells me that you have been, you were actually too open to the people that you were meeting. You were too open to giving people chances, thinking that even though maybe it didn't look right away, you thought, well, maybe. And then you would see people who it just didn't work out and they weren't the right ones. She's talking about narrowing your view on this and being quite clear as to what you're looking for, being quite clear as to what kind of person you want to meet, and being very picky about what you're looking for, so that you have a very clear idea in your mind as to what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, and what are deal breakers. Okay? So she talks about that, and that will shift a lot. You were kind of busy anyway, really, taking care of your daughter and everything. You didn't really have a whole lot of extra time involved. Here, you just didn't have the time. So now there seems to be more time coming in for you.
Yes, okay. My daughter is bipolar, so she's going through a rough time with her leaving cert exams, and she's very, very down at the moment, and I've suffered depression for 7 years, and I just come off my antidepressants myself. I'm off them a week, and I feel way better in myself, and I feel like I'm way lighter in myself. I just felt like I was on the outside looking at myself as if I was dead inside.
Okay, so everything is starting shifting then for you, and there seems to be a greater amount of time to do what you want to do, that kind of thing. But at the same time, she's talking about making sure you take time for yourself to decide what you really want to do as well. It's kind of similar to what I was just saying to Tabitha from Canada, to make sure you're having fun and doing what you want to be doing too, and getting to really know yourself and getting to know what is acceptable. This is really important to you. I do feel a relationship for you, but it does feel down the line with enough time that it's not soon. Okay, I need you instead to figure out what it is you're looking for. When this woman steps back closer again, she's talking about you getting outside more, spending more time outside. Do you spend any time walking or anything like that?
I've started walking for the last few weeks. I do 5 miles every day when I can. I don't go out drinking. I haven't been out with my friends in probably about 2 years of my depression. So I kind of stuck in the whole time. I kind of got into that rut.
Okay. So perfect. You need to get outside and feel that energy outside, that nature outside. That seems to be a very big part of feeling better for you and doing that connection. She's particularly talking about making sure your feet are on the ground, that you're really feeling the earth energy, basically, is what that means. And you're feeling that and pulling that energy up. She talks about that. She's talking about eating, too. And she's talking about the food you've been eating. She gives me the impression you've shifted that as well. Have you started eating better?
Not really. Not yet, but I've cut down an awful lot.
Okay, so you've made some adjustments there. And that seems to make a difference, too. I get such a sense of this needing to be a real time of you nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself. And similar to what I just said to Tabitha, but not working too hard and not trying too hard to find a relationship, except to really get to know yourself and what you really want to do and who you really want to be and figuring out who you really do want to meet, but taking your time. She says to be careful about some of the people that would like to be with you because some of them they're just not the nicest people. They're, they don't have great work ethics, and I don't feel them being really honest and stuff. So just be cautious. If somebody contacts you and wants to go out or something, just make sure they meet your minimum criteria before you agree to that.
I just feel I have so much love to give, but I just don't find the right person. And I think, like, I'm 46 now, I just feel as if it's bursting inside of me, just to meet someone to love.
Yes, and the best way to find somebody to love is it's loving yourself and showing yourself all the care and concern you can, because what happens is it shifts your energy and it makes you more appealing to other people. And that will draw the right person right to you. It's amazing. It's like magic. It is totally like magic. So you want to do that. Now, okay, it looks like I'm going to need to be stop talking to you in about 2 seconds here. So just remember, just keep taking care of yourself. And when you do that, that energy is going to shift and the right one will come. But take your time. Don't rush. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to let you go, Michelle. It was really nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a good day. And that was Michelle in Ireland. And I'm Colleen Vanderzyden, and this was Creating an Inspired Life. Now, remember, if you were listening at the beginning of the show to my coaching tip, you want to go to my Facebook page, Medium Coach Colleen Vanderzyden, and tell me what your superpower is. I'm really looking forward to reading these, and I hope I get quite a few so I can pick somebody to win all these things. And it's going to be wonderful. And you can find me at psychicmediumcolleen.com, and I will look forward to talking to you next week. Have a lovely day.